Hi, I'm Mike Zimmer. I'm president of Xerox's document outsourcing business in the U.S. And with me here today, I have Tom Gillis, who's the vice president and general manager for Cisco's security technology business unit, and R.G. Conley, who's the vice president of information technology for ACS. And we're going to have a conversation around security, the cloud, and as all these peripheral devices continue to get added inside of corporations' networks, how secure is the data and the information that's flowing across these networks given all these peripheral devices? And do we see the cloud as an enabler for security or a risk to our security?
Well, there's no question the adoption of consumer devices in the enterprise and the adoption of cloud computing means that we've got more people accessing more data from more places on the network than ever before. And so security is getting harder to do in that construct, but it's more important than ever before. So we have a very, very strong opinion at Cisco that our enterprise customers need to be working with trusted partners that are going to help navigate through this fairly dramatic time and rethinking not just how we deploy security solutions, but what are we trying to accomplish with our security solutions and what's the right architecture. I've had a personal relationship with ACS, and I think ACS is a great partner in this regard with deep skill set and experience that can help customers navigate through some of these tricky waters.
And I would agree. We've been working with Cisco for a long time, and one of the challenges that we have in the marketplace is not only for providing IT services, and so being able to provide security, be able to provide the IT as an outsourced commercialization type product, but we also have to be a consumer in terms of our products and services that we're providing internally. So having at-home workers, being able to make that secure, being able to have healthcare data that can be done as secure with an at-home worker as we can, and we're in a secure facility. It's a challenge, but every way along the way we've been able to do it. We've had to have trusted partners to do that. No one person or company is able really to provide everything necessary to do that. It requires a team put together, and I think that's been the secret. And going to the cloud, again, I don't think there's going to be one entity that wins the show, so to speak. I think there's going to be a number of partners that are doing that. Cisco is one of those, and I think that's the key to having success in the future.
It reminds me of there's a debate that gets framed up about private cloud versus public cloud, what they call kind of consumer-grade cloud versus enterprise cloud, and it seems like this is a very clear line. The reality of it is somewhere in between, and I think that most of the customers I've talked to have an existing data center infrastructure and are looking at, hey, how can I take this infrastructure that I know, trust, and understand and extend that to the cloud? And again, this is something I think ACS does very well, right? Help you navigate from a world of kind of rigid, hardware-based infrastructure into a more fluid, dynamic, but still very trusted data center computing capability.
And it requires that knowledge of having done it to be able to take it and do it well in the cloud. I think the mistakes would be to go a direction where you don't have the experience prior to that and just be able to do it on faith that you're moving something to the cloud. That would be a mistake.
You'd be taking a big chance with some of your most precious data, right?
Certainly be taking a big chance, and especially as you begin to expand beyond just cloud. We're seeing a lot of movement to social media in the customer care world, a lot of movement in marketing to the mobile world. You have to be able to build on those experiences to be able to do it safely as you move forward.
So let's talk turkey, the cloud. Is it more expensive? Is it less expensive? Does it add more cost to the infrastructure, or does it actually make it more efficient?
I'd say in aggregate, it's a big opportunity for efficiency. So it's going to save money. Otherwise, kind of, what's so interesting, yeah? And in fact, some of the numbers we see is it's not at all uncommon for customers that are doing private cloud implementations to see 30–50% reduction in their hardware costs by getting better utilization of their existing infrastructure. So pretty significant cost savings.
30 to 50% cost savings. So what is keeping us from moving there even faster?
You hit the nail on the head. It's security and concern. Security. If I took my transaction database, has all my financial information in it, it's the beating heart of my business, and I'm just going to flip it out to the cloud and say, well, hopefully that public cloud provider won't have any more outages. So, not such an attractive idea, right?
Yeah, exactly. So ACS is Xerox company. You do IT outsourcing. You're the vice president of information technology. Any quick recommendations you can give to help corporations, enterprises, government agencies to move to the cloud quicker and take advantage of these benefits?
Right. I think you have to have a great plan to go forward. I don't recommend for especially the higher level of security, people just go out to a public entity. You have to have a good architected plan. The security has to be a part of that. For the most part, I think you're going to find that companies are going to want a hybrid approach, most on the private side, some connections to, and very guarded connections to the public side. Just starting on the private side, they can see a lot of the economies of scale. We even do it internally for a lot of our internal operations, and we've seen exactly the same thing, 30–50% reduction and more robust backup, disaster backup and recovery. The virtualization allows you to be able to do a lot of things that you couldn't have done before. And just doing private to start with will give a gain. It also will give people the opportunity to be able to get their feet wet a little bit.
So go private, right?
There you
okay. Any closing comments?
Thanks for having us. Security is certainly an interesting time, and I think it's going to be even more interesting over the next few years.
Tom Gillis from Cisco, RG from ACS, and Mike Zimmer, thanks for watching.